mind, let's move on with the news. And, well, my big news this week certainly is I spent last weekend driving the new Porsche 918.
Oh, you did?
On the show later in the series.
There it is. Come on, quick now. Sneak preview. What is it like?
Well, Jennifer.
Funny.
Yeah, if you were watching last week, Jeremy did say on the show on TV that if the Porsche was faster than the McLaren P1, he would change his name to Jennifer.
Yes.
Didn't you, Jennifer?
Well, it won't.
Well, I think it might just be. Honestly, it's staggering. Really, it doesn't accelerate like most other cars. You're not conscious of it gaining speed through the gear as the revs rise. It doesn't go, it just goes straight to,
But Hammond,
what?
The McLaren has more power than the Porsche and is lighter than the Porsche.
I know, but listen, Jennifer, the Porsche has four-wheel drive and four-wheel steer, and on our track...
It will lose. Listen, I'm sure that the Luftwaffe were very proud and pleased with the Messerschmitt ME-109.
That was a damn good aeroplane, actually.
Yes, but it wasn't as good as the Spitfire.
No, you could do negative G in a Messerschmitt 109.
Oh, for me, as bad as he is. That is going to be humiliated. We are going to win. When I say we, Britain is going...
Listen, I'm all for patriotism, that's great, but you've just got to face facts. The thing is astonishing. It's about how it manages those three engines.
Shut up about it!
I'm with you about the British thing, but I sort of hope the Porsche wins, Jennifer. Anyway, look, the news has been filled with a lot of scenes this week of flood victims all waving their arms around and going, oh no, what are we going to do?
End of the world, really. I mean, certainly makes me very sad because the answer, as we all know, is simple. You buy a Ford Transit van, cut a big hole in the floor, take the back doors off, a couple of engines in it, fans, skirts, put it in the water, it sinks, you get another Transit van, more powerful engines, totally redesigned. There we go. This is what we're on about. And it works perfectly. That is the solution. We predicted these floods 6 months ago and came up with the solution.
But what's really annoying is everybody's blaming the floods on David Cameron, the Environment Agency, pretty much everything you can name.
I know exactly who is to blame for this problem everybody's having. Miranda Hart. You laugh, but here's the thing. We're sitting here now on a Sunday evening. 8-9 million people in Britain have chosen to watch some 1950s midwifery on the other side. So they don't know about the hover van. That is the problem. They've chosen Miranda over us. And our show is rammed full of helpful hints and useful consumer advice.
Every week.
Now, hey, listen, how long has the Gallardo been in production now? 17,000 years?
Just over.
I know there are cave drawings of it in the Pyrenees.
There are.
Well, Lamborghini has announced they're stopping making it. They're going to replace it with this. It's called the Huracan, 600 horsepower, 5.2-litre V10 four-wheel drive, and none of that is interesting. Because if you're interested in speed and power and handling, you're going to buy a Ferrari 458 or a McLaren 12C, aren't you? The only reason you want to buy a Lamborghini is because it looks mad. And that's very nice, but I don't think it's bonkers enough.
I know what you mean. It looks nice, but...
Yeah, it needs to be outrageous.
It does. Nobody should be allowed to design a Lamborghini unless they've just consumed 2 bottles of absinthe.
Yes, then you're ready.
Now you're ready. The essence of it is it doesn't really matter how a Lamborghini drives, because a Lamborghini is for prowling round the city. Ferraris are for doing a 235 around Silverstone. Lamborghinis are for doing Knightsbridge at 2:35 a.m.
Yes.
Oh, now, there's a new type of gas which is worrying the government.
Is it cyanide?
No.
Is it carbon dioxide?
No, it used to be carbon dioxide. Now, nowadays, though, I can hardly bring myself to say this, they're very worried about a terrifying new combination of nitrogen and oxygen.
What, you mean air?
Yes, 99% of the air that we breathe is nitrogen and oxygen, but the government's got its knickers in a twist about it, specifically about nitrogen dioxide. And I've done some checking, bear with me on this. It mostly comes from soil or stoves, or particularly from lorries in stop-start city driving, OK? So the government has decided to address the problem by limiting cars to 60 miles an hour on the M1 just outside Sheffield.
Well,
that's their solution.
It's nothing to do with it.
Well, hang on. Isn't that a bit like saying, I've got toothache, I think I'll go and have a haircut? That
Yes.
would sort it out.
Doctor, I've twisted my ankle. You must put on a bomber jacket.
No, it is. The thing is, they actually say, well, it's a European law, so we have to lower the speed limit. Germans aren't, French aren't, Italians are, only we are. And I know exactly what's happened here. You've got some guy in the government, you know... you know the type.
Yes, right.
OK, now, he has the power to lower the speed limit and stop parents eating sandwiches in cars if kids are present. Now, what he needs to do is take a leaf out of the Queen's book.
What, marry a Greek?
No. The Queen has the constitutional power to declare war on another country, but she never does. Even after a big party where she's a bit... and all her mates are egging her on. Go on, Liz, declare war on someone.
Does she really do that?
Yes, she can do that, but she doesn't.
So she... Hello, is that Mr. Lalonde? This is the Queen. We're at war. I do that every week.
She could do that. I'd be constant. I'd do it every... Oh, God, what have I done?
Yeah, I would love to be a drunk Queen. I didn't mean...